I love a good old Hollywood drink.
We can drink these and pretend that we're Fred and Ginger and we're gonna go tap dancing later. This is pretty simple. It's only the bourbon and grapefruit juice and honey. Did you know that bumblebees, like when they reproduce, their penis explodes?
Hooray for Hollywood!
Hey everyone,
I'm Jill.
and I'm Ryno.
And we love bourbon.
In addition to drinking it, we also wanted to learn about it and share that info with you.
So come join us in
The Bourbon Study.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Bourbon Study.
What are we making today?
Well, okay, so we had tasted the 1910 and the 1920 Old Forester, and we agreed that the 1910 was very mapley caramel.
Yeah.
And that the 1920 was more fruity.
Yeah, a little cherry, a
So
little
we
sweet.
thought, like, well, okay, 1920, what's that, like, kind of gonna go with? And we were browsing cocktails, and the Brown Derby came up. Now, we know we love the Brown Derby because of Hollywood Studios.
Yeah, who doesn't like the grapefruit cake martini?
Grapefruit cake.
The grapefruit cake, yeah.
Grapefruit cake martini.
The Cobb salad's
Well, it
delish.
turns out there's a drink version of all of that.
Yeah.
Called the Brown Derby,
Yeah.
of course. And the Brown Derby opened in 1926, so the
Oh, perfect.
1920 Old Forester is perfect for this.
Yes, I love a good old Hollywood drink.
Yes. We can drink these and pretend that we're Fred and Ginger and we're going to go tap dancing later. This is pretty simple. It's only the bourbon and grapefruit juice and honey. So I like to cheat a little bit. I love grapefruit, but I don't like it, like you're saying, it's too tart.
Yeah,
If you
I
drink-
can't just eat a grapefruit.
Correct. But I like to buy this giant canister of Del Monte grapefruit, which is pre-sweetened. So this is actually the no sugar added version. They use like a Splenda or something.
Yeah.
But it means that the entire juice from this whole giant canister then I use for cocktails. So I get this at like Walmart, Publix,
Okay.
whatever. And then I can have my sweetened grapefruit, which I eat, but then all of this delicious grapefruit juice.
We love a multi-purpose thing.
So, but then also it saves a step because you don't have to add any syrup, like where you might want to
I like that too, you know?
You'd add some simple syrup to sort of take the edge off of the
Yeah.
citrus. You don't have to do that here because this is already pre-sweetened.
Well, let's do it.
All right, so we're going to do 2 ounces of bourbon
2 ounces of bourbon.
as per the usual. But we're going to do 4 because we're
it's
making
us.
2. We're drinking for 2.
We're drinking for 2 these days.
And then 1 ounce of the grapefruit juice.
Juice, yes.
So we're gonna do 2. And then we are gonna add honey, but the problem is you can't add honey just like straight in because it with the cold from the ice, it will just coagulate.
I think we did that before.
Yeah, but we were adding a lot more ingredients.
Oh, okay.
So this is just the bourbon and the grapefruit.
Okay, so it's too few,
So
yeah.
what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna heat it up a little bit. We're just gonna like microwave it
Okay.
for a minute. Not a minute.
Not a literal minute.
No. 30 seconds, and we wait.
What do you think is the scariest type of bee?
Did you know that bumblebees, like when they reproduce, their penis explodes? And so the queen bee leaves a bunch of carcasses of dead mating behind her.
I was gonna say booby.
Thank God the honey is ready. Okay, so now you see it's like nice and liquid. And we're gonna add that in. So we're doing a ½ ounce. So
Steam!
one full ounce for our 2 drinks, but ½ ounce if you're making it just for yourself. And then
We shake.
we shake.
I feel like it's gotta be like a...
Now
We pour.
we have coops.
Coops! Because nothing says fancy, nothing...
No, hey,
you know the gif of Leonardo DiCaprio doing this
Can
from
you get
Great
me into
Gatsby?
that club? Not without coops.
Not without coop.
Okay.
Is that Club Costco? I hope
This is
this...
a nice looking cocktail.
Yeah.
I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
Yeah, me too.
Anything's got to be better than that mint julep letdown. So
Yeah, hopefully this isn't a beef farting in our mouths all over again.
garnish with a little grapefruit. Cheers.
Ding. Hooray for Hollywood!
No, it's good. It's light.
Yeah, it's actually surprisingly like The honey makes it a little sweet, but it's like the tartness of the grapefruit brings it down a little bit. And so it's not like, it really isn't that bitter. I was braced for like this to be really bitter.
And that's why we use the pre-sweetened red grapefruit juice from the Del Monte's.
This is a good brunch drink, I think.
This would be a great, like, in place of a mimosa. This would be awesome.
Yeah.
And I love the color. I don't think we've gotten a color like this that's that
Very
like
golden.
It's like the bourbon study
It's the bourbon
color.
study, yeah.
Oh, it's really good. And I think that you could easily like drink 3 or 4 of these and not notice.
Let's do it.
Until you noticed.
Hey, I'd give it a B+.
I'd give it an exploding B+. Traditionally, this would be garnished with like a lemon wedge or lemon circle, but I think the grapefruit makes
the grapefruit's the way to go.
Because you know the brown derby, you think of the grapefruit cake, the grapefruit cocktail. No, this is really good. Honestly, of the classic cocktails that we've made, I would say this is like up in my top tier because a lot of them kind of lean into the bitterness.
Yeah.
You don't like Campari.
No, and you're right. A lot of those like really classic older ones that we're finding uses like Campari, vermouth, whatever, and they like.
This is like a good, easy. Like the recipe is not hard. You don't have to buy a lot of bottles of stuff at Total Wine. Get some grapefruit juice. Get some honey. Everybody has those things. Get some bourbon.
I think this is a good drink for mom.
Yeah, this is a great like mommy's time out drink. Like you gotta
put her on the back porch.
Put her on the back porch before you take out the expedition.
Yeah, let her yell at the neighborhood kids for a little bit. Give her one of these.
Do it for your mother.
Hey, do it for your mom.
I think the 1920 was a great choice for this because of those fruity notes. It really complements the slight bitterness of the grapefruit.
So if you make this drink, you'll have to let us know how it goes. As always, we are wondering what you're drinking. Please share that with us in the comments below. And if you want to see unedited videos, bloopers, that sort of stuff, we have started the Patreon. It is a
whirlwind
smorgasbord of stuff on there.
We cut a lot of stuff out, and it's stuff that's sort of gold mines sometimes, and also sometimes pitfalls, but who knows?
Yeah, so you'll see stuff like that on there. We just really want to get a fun community going, because honestly, that's what it's about for us. Like, I see you watching the video, just leave some comments. Be like, hey, I don't like bourbon, but I like the video. I like gin, I like tequila, I like whatever. Leave us some comments about it, you know?
We have gin. Well, you have gin.
You don't have
I have tequila, a lot of it.
So we're here for it. We're here for that discussion. So please leave us comments. You can send us emails or get in touch with us on Twitter. It's always the Bourbon Study at whatever. The Bourbon Study at Gmail, the Bourbon Study on Twitter, patreon.com/the Bourbon Study. If you like this video, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Tons of content here on the Ampliverse. And as always, thanks for joining us.
Discovering voices, building worlds. The Ampliverse.